going to look at multiplying fractions. Really want to do this in two lessons. This lesson here, I'm just going to look at fractions, and then I want to look at multiplying mixed numbers, whole numbers with fractions, how we multiply those. But for this little lesson, we're just going to look at the fractions themselves. And multiplying fractions is very simple. For example, if we have 2/3 times 2/5, we write it in a line like this, horizontally. We don't write them in columns. And what you do is you multiply the numerators together and you multiply the denominators together. 2 times 2 equals 4, and 3 times 5 equals 15. Can this be reduced? Can it be simplified? No, that is our final answer. So 2/3 times 2/5 gives us 4/15. We simply multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators. Very simple, very easy. Let's take another example. 3/4 times 1/3. Again, let's multiply the numerators. 3 times 1 gives us 3, and 4 times 3 gives us 12. Can that be simplified? Oh, yes, it can. We can divide both 3 and 12 by 3, and we'll get 1/4. So the final answer is 1/4. Now, if you've done multiplication of fractions before, you probably spotted something in the original problem that you could have done as a shortcut. Let me rewrite that. 3/4 times 1/3. In fact, what this is 3 times 1 over 4 times 3. And we notice we have a 3 in the numerator and a 3 in the denominator. 3 over 3 equals 1. And so we can change both of those 3's into 1's. And so now we have 1 times 1 and 4 times 1. So in one step, we don't have to simplify our answer. In one step, we multiply and get this answer. Usually, the way that we do this, we don't usually have to write all of this. We just do it this way. 3/4 times 1/3. We have a 3 here. We have a 3 here. And we have 1. And we have 4. This is the way that we usually work those kinds of problems. Well, let's take a look at another one. 6/7 times 2/3. We have 6 times 2 on top and 7 times 3 on the bottom. But before we multiply them, let's look to see if anything on the bottom will divide on anything at the top. So we notice we have 6 and we have 3 here. And both of these are divisible by 3. So 3 into 6 goes 2 times, and 3 into 3 goes once. So now we have 2 times 2, which is 4, and 7 times 1, which is 7. And so our final answer, 4/7, and that is in its simplest form. Another example, 14/15 times 5/7. As we look at the problem, we can see a 14 here and a 7 here, and a 5 and a 15. 7 is a factor of 14, so 7 into 14 goes twice, and 7 into 7 goes once. And 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 15 3 times. So although we started with a problem with a lot of fairly large numbers in it, now we are reduced to 2 times 1 is 2, and 3 times 1 is 3. So indeed, 14/15 times 5/7 gives us an answer of 2/3, and that is in its simplest form.